Hi, it's Mr. Bennett here, and today's video we're going to be looking at the Excel stuff you need to do for your pack writer. So let's say you've got all this information in here, and I'll just delete that so you don't have to do that from scratch. Now the first thing you need to do is we need to work out what 1 over the frequency is. So if we use equals, okay, and then we simply go 1 divided by, and if we point to the cell that we want to work that out for, and then what we can do is we can simply drag that down. So if you go to the bottom right hand corner, it goes to a black cross, and you can drag that down. So that will work out all of the calculations. So that goes then 1 divided by A3, 1 divided by A4, and so on. It's a quick way to do it. And then you can probably use that button there to minimize the actual values of 1 over frequency. Alright, so there we go. Now the next thing we want to do is work out the percentage error. So if I do this equals, now let's say the correct value is 340. Alright, actually we need to put a bracket around that. So bracket 340, take away what's in this cell here, and then divide that by the correct value, and then you times that by 100 to get to a percentage. Okay, and then we did the same thing again. We just drag that down. Now you notice that some of these become negative, right? We can fix that by going to the top and typing in a thing called absolute, which is like a modulus. What it does, it actually changes the negatives to positives, simply. There you go. There's these percentage errors based on the information we have. Now the key thing that we want to do is, now if you've got your spreadsheet, I suggest you save that first, and then we're going to do a graph of 1 over frequency versus the length of the column, air column. Alright, so it should be probably the corrected one, but let's just do this one here for now as an example. So you have to go insert, and we're going to insert a scatter graph. Alright, so there's my scatter graph. Looking at those values there. Now if you're not happy with the scale down the bottom, you can go format axes, and you can just drag that across. You can go down to your number value, and you can play around the number values there. Just scroll down a bit further. Why is it not working? Alright, so number values, you can try different types of numbers. You can do scientific notation. You can try, let's go back to number. That looks alright. Alright, so that's the thing there. Now to format that so you can put axes on it, you simply go to format, no design. Over here you've got some quick layouts, so that's probably the best one there. Click on that and delete it. We don't really need that legend in there. Axes, alright, so this one here is my Y axis, so copy, click in there, Control V, right, make it bold. Yeah, okay, my x-axis, I will just copy that, that's 1 over frequency. Copy, and come down over here, and again, just paste that in there, make it bold. Alright, so alright, so there's our data. Now the thing that I want to do is I actually want to do the line of best fit. Okay, so if I click on that data, see how all the points are highlighted, then you right click and then you add a trend line. Right, so we're going to do a linear trend line, and doesn't need to go through the axis, so we don't need to do that. We need to display the equation, and we need to display the R squared value, and we can drag that wherever we want. And that's it. So therefore what you've got here is now the equation, so that's 1 over frequency, or the length is your length of your column, 1 over frequency is your x value, and then the slope of the line should give you your actual speed of sound. Alright, so now obviously this data is not that great. Now if I was looking at this data also, I'd be talking about that value there being probably a random error. It's interesting that they put these two frequencies really close together. I mean, you should have just done one of those frequencies, alright? So that's the sort of thing that you need to do. Now, all of this can be copied and pasted into a Word document. So simply go copy and you go paste. And then that can be formatted like anything else. You can make it tight, where that means you can move an area you like and resize it and all of that sort of gear. Alright, so that's simply what we're going to be expecting you to do. It's a lot easier than trying to do it by hand, so please start using Excel. Really, the key thing I'm looking for there is really just the slope of the line, isn't it? Alright, so good luck with that. If you need any help in class, please make sure you ask me.